Growing up hits you in strange ways. For me, it happened with a sentence I once heard and immediately hated. When you realize you lost an illusion, you realize you lost nothing. At first, I wanted to fight it. How queasy, how dismissive, how incorrect. I had lost relationships, friends, a marriage, versions of myself I swore were permanent. Nothing? Really? But over the years, it started to make sense. I didn't lose people. I lost the stories I'd written about them. And once the illusion fell apart, what remained, annoyingly beautifully, was just me. The only part that was real from the beginning. Most people are not what we remember, they're what we imagined. And what we imagined was always better lit than what existed. When a relationship ends, the first thing to die isn't the bond, it's the fiction. The she was like this, the we were going to be that, the narrative you defended as if it were scripture. It was never her. It was the novel you wrote with her face on the cover. Growing up isn't about adding things to your life, it's about subtraction. It's learning to let things fall off without throwing a funeral for each one. Some stories are 3 chapters long, some are 15, and none are infinite. At some point you stop fighting the endings and start appreciating the edits. In my 30s, I learned more by letting go than by collecting. Exes I thought were cosmic, friends I thought were family, projects I thought were legacy, all gone. And yes, it stung. But after 2 days of mourning, my emotional average, I kept walking. That's adulthood. Pain plus movement. Pain plus paralysis is just nostalgia with better lighting. I used to think long grief meant depth. Now I think it often means attachment dressed up as poetry. Short grief is a precision tool. Feel it, name it, bury it, continue. People romanticize healing. I romanticize decision. Healing takes time. Decision is immediate. Choosing to move forward even when it hurts is the purest form of self-respect. No one warns you that every adult choice kills 1,000 possible lives. Choose a project and 20 others die. Choose peace and several relationships crumble. Choose truth and the comforting bedtime story dissolves. Letting go isn't losing, it's pruning. And pruning is how a life grows better fruit. I once let go of a woman I swore was the love of my life. And upon seeing her again years later, I realized something embarrassing and kind of beautiful. The love of my life was clearly someone else, me. The version of me that no longer needed the story I had built around her. The same happened with a friend I thought was family. Turns out family is built in the present, not in the scrapbook of shared youth. And now even at work, I let go of people who refuse to grow. Growing isn't dragging others up the mountain. It's knowing when to cut the rope. This isn't nihilism, it's serenity. Not nothing matters, but something better. Everything ends, so what I choose matters even more. Life isn't about preserving, it's about cultivating. Sometimes the soil is done. Sometimes the story is over. Sometimes the person has already delivered their entire role in your life. Accepting that isn't sadness, it's clarity. Today I can look back without resentment and look forward without delusion. And in the middle, in this exact patch of time where I stand, I finally understand something no one bothered to tell me when I was young. Growing up isn't having more, it's carrying less. What you release shapes you, what you lose frees you, what you leave behind lets you continue. Subscribe, share, and let's let go together, starting with the illusion that this podcast is going to fix your life. It won't. It'll just accompany you while you do it.